World War I, which lasted from 1914 to 1918, was a global conflict primarily centered in Europe. It involved many of the world's major powers and had far-reaching consequences that shaped the course of the 20th century. Here is a brief explanation of its consequences and how it ended. Consequences. Treaty of Versailles. The war officially ended with the signing of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919. This treaty imposed harsh penalties on Germany, including massive reparations payments, territorial losses, and military restrictions. The treaty's punitive nature laid the groundwork for future tensions and contributed to the rise of nationalism in Germany, ultimately leading to World War II. Disintegration of empire. The war led to the collapse of several major empires, including the Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, Russian, and German Empire. The end of these empires led to the redrawing of national boundaries and the creation of new nation-states, which sometimes resulted in ethnic and political tensions in the newly established countries. Economic consequences. The war caused widespread economic devastation, and many European countries faced severe financial crises. The war's aftermath saw inflation, unemployment, and economic instability in various nations, setting the stage for economic hardships in the interwar period. Political changes. The war brought significant political changes, including the rise of new ideologies like communism and fascism. In Russia, the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution led to the establishment of the world's first communist state, the Soviet Union. In Germany, economic hardships and dissatisfaction with the Treaty of Versailles paved the way for Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party to come to power. Loss of life and human suffering. World War I resulted in an immense loss of life, with millions of soldiers and civilians killed or wounded. The scale of human suffering and the horrors of modern warfare profoundly impacted the collective psyche of the world and influenced future attempts at conflict resolution. End of the war. The war came to an end with the signing of the Armistice of Compiègne on November 11, 1918. This armistice marked the formal cessation of hostilities on the Western Front between the Allies, led by France, the United Kingdom, and the United States, and Germany. The armistice essentially signaled Germany's surrender and led to the gradual withdrawal of German forces from occupied territories. While the armistice ended the fighting, the formal peace negotiations took place at the Paris Peace Conference in 1919, where the major Allied powers negotiated the terms of peace with Germany and other Central Powers. The Treaty of Versailles was the most significant outcome of this conference, officially ending the state of war between Germany and the Allied powers. Overall, World War I's consequences were profound, reshaping the global political landscape and laying the groundwork for future conflicts. The desire to prevent such devastation from happening again led to the creation of international organizations like the League of Nations, precursor to the United Nations, in the hope of maintaining peace and preventing future wars. However, as history would show, these efforts were not entirely successful, and the world faced new challenges and conflicts in the years to come. In summary, the major outcomes of World War I included the Treaty of Versailles, the disintegration of empire, the establishment of the League of Nations, significant territorial changes, economic consequences, technological advancements, and lasting social and cultural impacts. These outcomes set the stage for the turbulent years that followed and significantly shaped the world's trajectory in the 20th century.